destruction to death. It does not matter to me. Here we go. We got game one.
Here we go. Here we go.
Ooh, Pokemon Sun and Moon music. Sun and Moon has the most underrated soundtrack.
I love Sun and Moon. Those games are so underrated. Don't get me wrong. Okay, we're not gonna talk about Pokemon. Anyway, losers quarters. So I believe this is also best of 5.
Yes. We are still in top 8. So
yes.
Here we go.
So we're seeing a very aggressive Zelda versus a very aggressive Yoshi. I don't know. So this is gonna be interesting because Snoop is so used to playing against Ven that I feel like this is going to be kind of a system shock. But at the same time, I mean, Yoshi is just such a good rushdown character that I can easily see him overwhelming Waldo very quickly if he's not careful. And already we're seeing a bunch of damage. Kind of
Zelda, it's still Zelda.
Yeah, it's still Zelda.
I think Snoop has some awareness about what Zelda can just do overall.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Zyro's PT?
Ooh. Oh, my God. Zero PT, let's go.
Back to the match.
I love that game. Honestly, high key, if I don't end up picking up Chrom or Roy, I'll probably end up picking up PT because that character is just so sick. But anyways, very evened up game so far. It's all going to come down to whoever gets this first kill, I think, to really kind of swing the momentum in their favor.
I think stock 2 is probably going to be the most important because I feel like we're going to see an early stock 2. And then it's just going to be a roll after that.
Just see the momentum swing one way or the other.
Yep, here it goes. Waldo getting the first start of that up B. That down B almost taking it. Oh my God, the deep spike. Man.
Already, even back, I look away for a second.
That was conspiracy level deep. Like, that was a deep spike. That went in. That was nuts. That was Halo lore levels of deep.
I don't know if that's quite like Pepe Sylvia like levels of just like conspiracy, but like.
All right, here we go. The second stock, I mean, even though there's a bit of a large percent gap, it's still not too extreme to where, I mean, there it is. Snoop already made it back up. Like, I think this stock might be the most important one of the game.
I mean, I don't know. These two, they go back and forth so often that I really can't say one way or the other. But definitely, I think Snoop has just a lot more practice playing very aggressively against not necessarily higher level players, but players that I think have more unshakable mentalities.
Yeah.
So I think that's going to give him a slight edge on Waldo. However, Waldo is actually answering back pretty frequently with these really solid, just choice moments.
He had the jump still too. I think that air dodge came out way too early.
No, oh wait, he did have the jump.
He jumped at the end of it. I think the air dodge came out too early. So
that's weird.
All of that lag. But there we go. I mean, Snoop. I mean, acing the test with that answer. Like, this is right back to an even game. Here we go, keeping it rolling. Yeah, I mean, Waldo coming off that victory from Ben still as well. Like, within Beta Smash, it's always been talked about, like, Waldo's the second best Zelda. You know what I mean? So, I mean, he's really making a show of it. You know, be like, no, you stop giving me that title. Like,
it's like, all right, hang on.
Yeah. Like, it's gone beyond that now. So, it's very exciting to see. I love seeing Vegas level up, even within our own sort of, our own sort of, like, roles here, so to speak.
We're really seeing a major shift in tiers, and who would have thought it all came about as, you know, because of a random Sonic just coming and running our fade.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're Vegas, man. Come on, like, we're just a bunch of party kids.
Oh my God.
Oh, pretty.
Whoa!
Wow.
Big scoops from the night. I almost called him Ricardo, but that would have been a sin. That is not Ricardo. So for those of you that are not familiar with the Vegas Smash lore, Ven is a stand master. His stand is You Got That, and his actual like stand like name, the actual knight is named Ricardo.
From a very old, at this point, pretty old meme. I'm sure you guys remember it though.
It's an oldie, but it's a goodie.
It was definitely good. But I mean, Waldo, that was a confident way to close out the game. That wasn't like you know him just hopefully a lightning kick next. That was a very confident way to close out the game.
Yes.
I think Waldo's feeling good.
I mean, hell, if I finally took down the person that everyone compares me to in bracket, not just took them down, but went 2-0,
yeah,
I'd be feeling pretty good about myself.
I would too. I mean, like, the entire progression of his Zelda too. I mean, this isn't just one match that we're watching. This is part of an entire thing for Waldo. This is, this is just his story continuing on. So there's a lot more at play than just Snoop and Waldo going at it.
That was a really interesting out of shield option from Waldo. Instead of like trying to catch him with that ladder to heaven, instead of just kind of hit him and then just like, all right, I'm out.
Yeah, I mean, and when you have the platforms to kind of just like slide off of and
Yeah.
recover immediately from, yeah, why not? Get really interesting with it. We see Grandmaster do with Palu all the time. So, I do not see why.
Catches that lightning kick. That's not going to kill. Snoop has to recover high. Has to navigate around all this pressure.
Yeah,
One's from the
Waldo,
Knight, another from Zelda.
Waldo really putting the pressure on too. Like, Snoop is in danger of losing this stock right now. Like, this isn't.
Speaking of which,
There it is. Like, that was not a close deficit. That was a very dangerous territory for Snoop to be in. But hopefully he can recuperate on stock number 2 and try to even this out. Good, bro?
not me just jamming my mask into my eye. Ow.
Oh god.
That didn't feel good at all.
Snoop
Sorry
going
about that.
off stage forward too.
Ooh, catches that down smash at the ledge.
And yeah, Waldo does such a good job of just keeping Snoop away. Like, he can't even jump, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Snoop has, like, just put attacks on everything. Waldo put attacks on
He
everything.
literally said, pay the court fine or serve your sentence.
Pretty much, like, there's now a jump tax, there's a holding in tax, there's a recovery tax. Like, you are going to pay for this. Ooh, button to A too. Oh my god, Snoop going in for that huge kill. It's like, this is tense. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to say too much just because, like, I know Snoop can just turn up the gears. And this might be the chance he needs to come back, but Waldo again has been playing so solidly.
Yeah. I mean, these two are playing, it's surprising because they're playing relatively slow paced and more patient than they normally do. And I really feel like it comes down to their recognizing where they are in bracket, what it means if they manage to make it past one another.
Right.
And I feel like Waldo feels like he has more to prove, where Snoop is just, he's pretty comfortable, pretty confident where he's at, you know?
Yeah, I know. I feel like Snoop, though, he may want to kind of prove, like, he's not just this guy that just comes in the bracket and gets 6 every once in a while, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
He really wants to, you know, be up there along the Vegas top players, you know what I mean? I think Snoop also has a lot to prove here.
Yeah. I feel like Waldo wants to prove that he's not the other Zelda that's not Van. Like, he is his own person. He is worthy of being, you know, treated as an equal.
And there we go. I mean, taking that second stock, now Snoop has a lead.
Okay, Waldo going off.
Ooh,
That was an
amazing
interesting
recovery.
setup.
You see Snoop's recovery, though. He was out there for so
Yeah.
long. I think Snoop's starting to respect Waldo a bit more now, too. This isn't just some second-rate Zelda. This is a different Zelda, you know what I mean?
That was a really good read on the teleport in. Just so patient, wasn't trying to hang around the shield. He probably, all because of that first initial like interaction with Waldo teleporting away, just kind of realized, I'm like, I can capitalize off that just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And now we see whatever Waldo was doing to Snoop, now Snoop is doing to Waldo.
Yeah.
You know, make it very hard to get back on the stage. Waldo's going to close out the stock, though.
Okay, forward tilt up air.
Oh,
hang on. The man's trying to cook an omelet.
If that were Ven, we would have seen 3 neutral Bs, like, immediately. Like,
Down throw up air is going to seal it out. That's going to be game 2 going to Snoop.
There we go, Snoop pulling it together. Nice. This is an interesting set. There's a lot riding here. What up? Jintax in chat, what's up, man? Dactyl's in chat too?
Yo.
Dactyl, I agree. We talked about it a little bit earlier. Waldo's progression, you know, throughout the pandemic, and now seeing it in action post-pandemic, it makes for quite the story. You know what I mean? Like, this is...
Definitely.
It's a little bit inspiring too, you know what I mean? And then just, the second you pick up a character that is like within your top 3 on PR, you kind of automatically just get this title of like, oh yeah, I'm the other player of this, you know?
Or he's just trying to capitalize.
That's why I play Rosa. No one else plays Rosa. I'll just take that title for myself.
I play Mewtwo because I literally can't play anything else.
I mean, like, you know, you kind of just have that title automatically. So seeing Waldo's progression, it's a great story. It's great to watch as well. Watch it actually play out.
All right, here we go. Going into game number 3. We're going to small battlefield this time. So I feel like maybe just... I mean, the differences between small battlefield and normal battlefield are like very minimal. But I feel like not having that top platform is actually going to be a big deal. Just because it's going to make it to where Snoop is kind of forced to land in a more like... in a more predictable way, if that makes sense, and that could give Waldo the opportunities to land those up airs that he's kind of been favoring for kills.
I'm not so sure because where Waldo's really shined is keeping Snoop at the ledge.
That is true.
That's really where we're seeing Waldo do his best work. And so, and again, where we see Snoop doing his best work right now. So I think it's really going to come down to that.
Whoa, hang on.
There it is. It's really going to come down to that. Is who is better at keeping who at the ledge.
Yeah, and I mean, right now Snoop showing that he is definitely in the lead in that regard.
Like all
Blink and you'll miss it.
Yeah. That was actually some secret tech. It's called turn off the TV so your opponent can't see what they're doing anymore.
SCP containment breach confirmed for Smash.
Play by audio only.
Oh, the big lightning kick. Every time it hits, I cringe.
It's like, it's kind of funny. All things considered, this has been a fairly grounded set. You know what I mean? Like, it's all come down to the ledge.
I mean, especially considering, I feel like with Snoop and Ven, it's also pretty even, all things considered. So seeing Waldo being able to go pretty evenly with Snoop so far is really impressive.
No, absolutely. And Snoop seeing Snoop take these risks, like, screw it, I'm going for the forward air, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm going off.
Ooh! What a setup!
Like, that's what happened.
He said,
he's like, hey, buddy,
hold
come
this.
here. Yeah. Hey, buddy, wait right here. I got you. There's someone on the way to see you.
That's literally like whenever your character has like a kill throw and you just grab him, you just hold him for a second, just think about what you did, and then up throw and kill.
Give him a little pat on the shoulder and just send him on his way.
Nice try, nice try.
I'll see you in a bit, buddy.
Up tilt up air is going to see yet another stock.
Snoop sending Waldo for a flight.
Snoop's definitely in a much more favorable position now than he was before.
I think he's understood like Waldo's style of Zelda.
Yeah.
And at this point, it's just about applying what you know about Zelda anyway.
Yeah.
So although Waldo still is using it differently, it's still the same tools.
Yeah.
And I think Snoop knows how to deal with those tools, even in this different and unique way.
Seeing a rare down smash from Snoop there. Not a lot of Yoshi players use that. It's kind of like Zelda and like Samus down smash, where like it's purely a positional and like damage dealer. You never use it to kill.
Right. A lot of shield pressure that night, but it will not matter.
I can't tell if that was just that back air being that strong or if that was just kind of sus the eye.
That was that back air being a great kill move. Waldo being about 130. Snoop having a lot of rage. That was just that is an end game level like. That's it, man. You know what I mean? No matter what, at that stage, that's a kill move. There's no, you know, that's tough. That's like getting shot in the chest. Like that's it. Like, there's not a lot to do after that.
All right, here we are going into game number 4.
Snoop again looks way more confident now. Going back to small battlefield too. So.
Yeah. Waldo really, I mean, this is his moment to, you know, just kind of nut up or shut up. Either just answer back Snoop's confidence with his own, or I mean, when you finally manage to take down, I wouldn't necessarily even say like your bracket demon, but like your biggest rival.
Yeah.
You know, you got to keep that ball rolling, because if you fall after that, then it just shows that at best you're even with them.
I think it's such an important reminder too. Like, you know, there's not just one goal in Smash, right? You know what I mean? Like, Waldo beat Ben, but now you also have to beat Snoop. Now you have to win the tournament. You know what I mean? Like, there's always that next step to get better. There's always something to achieve.
Yeah.
So I think if anything, this is what this shows. And Snoop, I mean, what a tough person to play against. You know what I mean? Yoshi can be so just so unpredictable.
And that is an SD.
Oh. Maybe he was aiming for that ledge, trying to do a cheeky drop-off night charge-up thing, but
maybe, I don't know.
That's tough.
I feel that is going to cost him a lot of confidence, a lot of momentum in this set. So unless Waldo really kind of starts to pop off here, this set may have already been decided.
And just because like the state of the game when you lose that stock too, Snoop is at such a low percentage. You know what I mean? Like, that's a tough one.
It's one thing if it's relatively even and you end up SDing on accident. Wait a minute!
There we go. Great
Hang
catch.
on.
Great
Hang
catch.
on. There's still every bit of possibility that Waldo could still bring this back.
Absolutely. But like we said earlier, Snoop's not really that close to get shaken up. You know what I mean? He understands that one stock being lost isn't the end of the game.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of people forget. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about winning the game, it's about not losing any stocks. And it's like, no, stocks are a resource. You know what I mean? It's something that you can use. But here we go. We see Waldo on his last stock now. Snoop's still sitting pretty healthy, only at 40%.
Waldo kind of starting to play a little more on the back foot, not quite going in as hard.
Yep.
I think he's recognizing that he really he needs to force Snoop to break himself on his defense, just to get him to slow down and kind of, you know,
he
curb that
Snoop
momentum a bit.
to be cornered again, but Snoop's not letting it happen.
Yeah.
He wants Snoop at the ledge. He wants to just, you know, start cutting off lanes of access for him, but Snoop's just not letting it happen. He's not going to get caught up in the same thing again.
Waldo with that
There
lightning
we
kick,
go.
and this is suddenly very even.
This is even. I would call this even. I think there's definitely a case to be made that Waldo can do this. I was like, please don't prove me wrong. Like 2 seconds into me, like having that.
I want to see this turn into a game 5, but it doesn't look like Snoop is going to let that happen. That is going to be 3-1 for Snoop.
Waldo not happy about that.
I mean, how would you be? I wouldn't.
Hey, Ben's happy about it, though. That's
Oh,
tough,
man.
man. That's a tough loss. But I mean, like, those are the losses that I think matter the most. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you walk away from that, and it's like, you're going to think about it for a while,
Yeah.
but you have to. If you want to keep pushing, you need to think about these losses very, very critically.
Yeah, but you
And
also
I think Waldo's definitely going to do that.
and it's also obviously it's easier said than done, but you got to make sure you don't let that emotion get in the way, because I really feel like
Drop the ego.
yeah, exactly.
Not that
I say
Waldo's
that.
egotistic, but like,
Yeah,
drop that, you know,
Yeah.
drop that expectation. You know?
I definitely think the moment of where I experienced like the most growth for myself as a player was when I realized that I was letting my ego, even just that sense of like I feel like I should have won that. Like that's not really all that egotistical, but it's still just the
Yeah.
point of like when you recognize, hey, if I should have won that, I would have won it.
It's,
But-
I think it's a way of framing it too. Not saying I should have won that, but